Welcome to episode 16 of What's the Buzz podcast, the podcast that keeps you informed and entertained on all things pest control. I'm Jordan.
I'm Shawn.
And together we're here to buzz through the world of pests, big and small. From the latest in pest management techniques to the fascinating facts about the critters we all love to hate, we've got the insights you need. It's another week, and we are here once again to share our expert advice, real-life stories, practical tips to keep you and your home pest-free. So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover what's really buzzing in the crawl space.
Ooh. You guys see we're in this nice carpeted crawl space this week.
Yeah.
Doing this episode. Before we move on any further, let's recap last episode real quick.
Let's do that.
Commercial pest control.
Let's do it.
We talked about tips, common pest issues that we address in commercial accounts.
Right.
What are some tips that we went over?
Drainage, making sure moisture stays away from your property.
Drainage, moisture.
Draining moisture. Sealing entry points. Outdoors, don't let your serviceman leave the back door open and allow pests to get in that way. Insect light traps, we talked about some of that, and then just the differences between residential and commercial pest control.
He pretty much nailed that right on the head.
Another great recap.
There's not a commercial account we can't handle a Bug Zero.
That's right.
What is this week, Jordan?
It's Halloween week.
Oh, that's why we're in a creepy crawl space.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't like a good Halloween? Huh? So we thought we'd switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
This week,
we're in a crawl space.
We're in a crawl space.
I've never seen a crawl space with a painted wall, but it's pretty exciting. Or carpet.
It's crazy how that works.
It's super nice crawl space.
And one that has Wi-Fi.
That's right.
We're going to switch it up. We're going to tell some spooky.
Double spooky. Triple spooky.
Halloween pest control stories.
That sounds great.
Does that sound great?
Have you been to any haunted houses or anything?
Ooh, I haven't been to a haunted house in a while.
Yeah.
The ones here in Springfield, probably not since I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Hotel of Terror, nothing?
I don't think so. We should go.
Maybe we should.
We should go. Everybody listening, let's all go.
We'll meet up here at Bug Zero, and we'll all just go to a
haunted house.
That sounds like a great time, honestly.
I like it. Mark it in your calendars. All right. Well, before we get too scared, I want to lighten the mood here.
Okay.
People get scared pretty easy. I want to tell a couple of jokes because I really have good jokes when I'm going to come on here every week.
Sure. They're great jokes. Some of the best jokes I've ever heard.
What do you call an angry carrot?
An angry carrot?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A steamed veggie.
Okay.
You didn't like that one?
No, that's fine.
All right.
Okay.
This one might be better.
I'm ready.
What do you call a pile of cats?
A pile of cats. I don't know.
A mountain.
Keep getting better.
Okay, moving on.
All right.
So you have a good story for us, Jordan?
I do. This is a nice little tale of a Halloween night. May or may not include some of our own Bug Zero people. No, okay. This is a real story.
Is it scary?
It's absolutely scary. So keep in mind, these are real people and real events.
I'm terrified.
And this is the story.
Can we whisper?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is called The Spider's Web.
Ooh, The Spider's Web?
The Tale of a Midnight Swarm. In a quiet little town, surrounded by dark woods and misty marshes, everyone knew about the old Woodring house. It was a grand mansion once, but had fallen into decay, draped in cobwebs, and buzzing with the faint hum of unseen creatures. The townsfolk claimed the house was haunted, but only the bravest dared to approach, especially on Halloween night. Legend had it that the Woodring family, a line of entomologists, had once lived there, and they were so obsessed with insects they spent their lives studying every species imaginable, and they collected specimens from across the world. When Mr. Woodring went missing one Halloween, the family vanished mysteriously, leaving behind a home brimming with the life's work of the Mr. Woodring.
Ooh.
And every Halloween since, strange sounds filled the air around the old house, a faint buzzing like a droning of a million tiny little wings. This Halloween, 3 friends, Jordan, Shawn, and Paul, dared each other to enter the mansion. As they stepped into the darkened hall, the flashlights flickered. It illuminated the walls covered in glass cases. Inside each case were the preserved insects, from tiny ants to enormous tarantulas, but the glass looked oddly thin, almost as though the cases cracked open at any moment. They moved deeper into the house, their whispers mingling with a growing hum. In the main hall, an enormous web spanned the ceiling, silken threads so thick they almost seemed to pulse. And at the heart of the web lay an ancient, crumbling book. Paul, unable to resist his curiosity, opened it up. The pages were filled with drawings of the insects and descriptions.
There's always going to be that one guy.
It's freaking Paul.
Okay.
You know? Paul this
There's
time.
There's got to be that one guy
It's him.
that just wants to open everything in a haunted house. All right. Continue. I'm at the edge of my seat here.
The pages were filled with drawings of insects and descriptions of the eerie experiments that Mr. Woodring performed. One entry read, "If the swarm spirit is wakened, it shall live on." And he read it aloud. The room seemed to shiver. The hum grew louder, and the cases on the wall began to rattle. Suddenly, with a deafening crack, the cases shattered. Swarms of preserved insects, moths, locusts, ants, beetles, they all came to life, their dead eyes glinting with unnatural hunger. The friends shrieked, "What?" But their voices were lost beneath the storm of buzzing wings. They all bolted for the exit, but the door slammed shut, as if held by an unseen force. The insects surged forward, forming a single, massive swarm that writhed and twisted in the shape of a human, a figure with hollow eyes, like the ghost of Mr. Woodring himself. "You've awakened me," it hissed, a voice made of 1,000 clicks and whirs. "Now you belong to the swarm." The friends fought desperately, but the mass of insects surged, swallowing them in waves of tiny, crawling bodies. In seconds, they disappeared, leaving only the ancient book lying open on the floor. Thanks, Paul. When the townsfolk found the house the next day, there were no signs of the kids, which is us. Only a few new entries in the Woodring family journal describing new specimens recently added to the collection. And every Halloween since, people say you can hear 3 new voices in the hum of the Woodring house, whispering for help, just out of reach. And so, the old Woodring house waits, watching and ready for the next daring soul to enter its halls.
I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight. That's a good story.
Chilling, huh?
That is definitely chilling.
That was 2 years ago. Luckily, we made it out eventually. But,
we're in the process of making a movie on that.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, that's
Is the old Woodring house local?
Semi-local, yeah.
Semi-local?
Yeah, I hear it's in the hills, out in the south somewhere still.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
You got a couple pest control horror stories.
I'm ready to hear.
You ready to
Can
hear?
I have the flashlight? Because
oh yeah, you can.
It's my turn.
It's your turn with the flashlight. This one's titled "The Couple That Had to Fight Mice for Their Bed."
Okay.
These are a little bit shorter stories.
Okay.
These are actual real life encounters from pest control technicians around the United States.
Okay.
Okay. A pest control technician in Philadelphia in the U.S. got called out for a mouse infestation.
Okay.
He was an experienced guy, but even he wasn't prepared for what he saw. All in all, he estimates around 3,000 mice had infested the property. They had bored holes in the walls, chewed wires, in the ceiling, left so much feces in the wake that the white kitchen floor appeared black. Apparently, the couple that owned the house reported having to get rid of mice from their bed before they could even get in bed to go to sleep at night. How's that for a spooky situation? You gotta get all the mice out of bed before you even get in there? That's crazy.
It sounds like a real Tom and Jerry scenario where
That
they
is
run into holes in the
crazy.
wall.
All right.
Pretty neat.
I got another one.
All right.
Another one. All right. Titled Bedbugs versus Cockroaches versus Humans.
Okay.
A care home in California.
Okay.
Was the scene of a rather troubling double infestation.
It sounds rather troubling.
Of bedbugs and cockroaches.
Okay.
Ooh. A bizarre and quite disgusting scenario had developed where the cockroaches were eating the bedbugs and the bedbugs were feasting on the people. It took 2 whole weeks of treatment to get rid of these pests. My thoughts on this are...
That sounds like a quick turnaround.
I want to know who this company is that got rid of that huge issue in 2 weeks.
No kidding. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So you had the cockroaches.
What came first, the cockroach or the bedbug?
That's a good question. I guess we would have been there, right?
We would have. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready for another one.
Okay. How about a real life one? From me.
From you?
From me.
Yeah.
I was new at Bug Zero. And one of our lead technicians at the time met me on a job. It was an Insect Shield initial with a cockroach clean out. I had never done an Insect Shield initial service before, nor used our aerosol generator, so he was going to meet me there to train me on this job.
Mm-hmm.
This lead tech has been a guest on our show before. Ronald McCommons.
Ron Diggity.
Anyway, we walk into this house, and we didn't have to look very far to find the cockroaches because they were so thick in this house that they were crawling on the walls. They were crawling on the ceilings. I went and I unplugged. You see these advertised all the time, the electronic insect and rodent propeller,
Yeah.
and unplugged those from the outlets that had cockroaches all over them. They were falling on top of your head, on your shoulders. And we actually
Knees and toes.
Oh my! Wait, that's Lions, Tigers, and Bears. My bad. And so we he had to leave to come back here to the office to get another aerosol generator. So we both had one.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, you don't see them outside those harborage areas, and unless it's a really bad infestation and they're piled up in there like an apartment complex,
Right.
or the views over the counter. Any drawer you open, you go to the bedroom, open drawers, there's just full of roaches everywhere. And I felt like there were things crawling on me for like 2 days, like just that sensation of things crawling on your neck, or is that something in my shirt? Nope, that's just a tag. Yeah, that's my real life story.
Paranoia sets in for sure when you do some of those.
You dressing up for Halloween?
It is still undecided.
You dressing up for Halloween?
It's undecided.
You're not even going to be here. Where are you going to be, Jordan?
For actual Halloween, I actually leave tonight for Viva Las Vegas. Tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. So going to Vegas for a few days, and then we'll have a Halloween party Saturday night. So be a good time for the kids.
Halloween party at Jordan's house for all of our listeners Saturday night.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
You gonna be bobbing for apples?
No apple bobbing.
No apple bobbing.
We already did the pumpkin carving.
Is that a thing anymore?
I'm not sure.
Is that even germ?
Yeah, I think it's unsanitary at this point.
Okay.
With COVID, everything.
2020. So COVID ruined apple bobbing.
Yeah, and you can quote me on that.
Okay.
There's been
quote
nothing good.
Okay.
Nothing good in apple bobbing has happened since COVID. So
we'll mark that in our calendar.
Right.
Saturday. We don't have a lot more this episode. We just wanted to come to you on this holiday Halloween week and tell you guys to be safe out there.
Yeah.
Have a good time with your family. We wanted to just tell some goofy stories and And we'll be back with a regular episode next week.
That's right.
And we'll be out of this nasty crawl space that we've been climbing through, looking for termite evidence, and it's just
spiders.
I'm gonna have to take a shower after this.
Yeah, you smell bad.
We still let's do a 5-star review of the day though.
Go for it.
You want to do that real quick? I'll pull one up. Well, looky there, they're right there. How about that? Alan Thomas.
Alan,
5 stars, 19 hours ago.
Wow.
We have used Bug Zero for many years and have always been pleased with their service. Prompt, professional, and knowledgeable. Thanks, Alan.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Good review.
Yeah,
Good
absolutely.
Review. So, you got anything else to add before we clock out of here this week?
Not a whole lot. Have a great, happy Halloween.
Ooh.
Spend time with your family, and
everybody that liked the story about the old woodring house, give us a like and a share. Well, until next time on What's the Buzz podcast, I'm Shawn.
And I'm Jordan.
Have a spooky Halloween.
Ooh.
Creepy crawlers invading your home? Bug Zero. Spiders, ants, and flies? Oh my. Bug Zero. Bed bugs and mosquitoes leave you itchy for help? Bug Zero. Whether it's bugs in your home or bugs eating your home, Bug Zero has you protected. With both residential and commercial services, Bug Zero's comprehensive pest protection takes you from infestation to extermination.